Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. We got some hot takes. We're going to do some hot takes. We are still a couple days out from the next Dokkan Fest being shown to us. So we'll be able to talk about that in due time. So, this is Dokkan Gekishin JoJo. And I assume this is OG Dragon Ball. Or maybe just the whole entire series in general. Okay. So in terms of Dokkan, obviously I'd consider myself a experienced Dokkan veteran, of course. Genshin, I play a lot. I would say I'm quite bad though. I was playing with Diddy the other day and I was just like, damn, I'm really just dragging Diddy down. So, not very good at Genshin, but you know, I do enjoy the game quite a bit. JoJo, I've only finished up to part 5. I've not watched or read part 6 or part 7 or part 8. And then obviously Dragon Ball. I am a heavy Dragon Ball connoisseur. So let's jump in. I take back anything about Namek Goku Ise being the lamest Dokkan Fest seller Ise ever. Yeah, I don't agree because he was designed for an intended role, and he did that very good. Namek Goku in the 10th anniversary Red Zones and Festival. It's these guys, no thoughts whatsoever. There's a lot of people who have hated on Vegeta and Trunks every second that they've existed. They're really good for Festival Battle, and they're really fun in Festival Battles as well, because they allow you to easily use non-stacking good characters. So, I think it's just, like, this is just, like, factually wrong, because they allow you to use, I don't know, Carnival Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, full power in there, right? Like a lot of these types of characters. So I just cannot agree. In my attempts in Festival, this unit has proven while being useful to run of the units that can't be run. Yeah, that's the point. It's like, all right, well, besides the point of the character, let's talk about this other point. They're also middle of the road performance of the event. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably true. Occasionally they can be, well, I mean, I don't know, in 50 or 60 runs that I've done, they've died once or twice. If you get to Gogeta too fast, I guess, but it's like more so an issue with them. I feel like if I'm not running the units that are way better than them to carry their ass, they're just not even that crazy. Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, but you need to be running characters that are going to be hitting very hard towards the end with these crazy active skills. They can struggle in slot 1, but again, we've seen it once or twice in like 60 runs. So, I mean, I have to choose my words carefully, but like, I don't know, like, if people are running like attack, equip Vegeta and Trunkses, maybe they're more susceptible to dying. But, I mean, I tend to build a little bit of a more of defensive route. But a lot of these videos for a lot of characters, we run with Vegeta and Trunks. We go Vegeta and Trunks in here, right? For good reason, right? Like, they're able to cook up. They cook up quite a bit. Currently the most hype release Dokkan could do by far. Oh, a tag Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Goku from Daima. Yeah. And I agree. Let's get the standalone stuff out of the way first. But it will work good. They could go Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and then you'll tag in a Super Saiyan 4 Goku just the way it is in the story. They could literally get the Bulma bath scene in there, right? Like, that's what could be crazy about it. Like, people will go crazy about that, right? Where she says, I won't take a bath with you if you don't switch. Like, bro, that would go so, people would go, I think we'll get so excited over that. So this is, oh, damn, it's Jonathan, right? No, is Jonathan the part 1 JoJo? Bro, how do I not remember? So obviously Jotaro is my favorite. I mean, I'm Mr. Hype and Aura, and obviously, it doesn't get more hype than Jotaro and Dio walking towards each other, right? Like, to me, like, as good as JoJo is all over, it's hard to, because it's Joseph Joestar. That's Joseph. How can I forget that? Joseph Joestar, dude, he's the man. I love him. I mean, I can see why a lot of people would say that, but me, I'm just, Mr. Hype moments and aura, I go with Jotaro for sure is my fave. Deborah level? I haven't seen many Krillins lately. I only see Gotenks, Fat Boo, and Kid Gohan, really, is all I see in terms of like technical characters being used. And then Krillin sometimes. Sometimes people run Android 17. Android 17 does not scare me at all, right? I feel like it's mostly Boo, Kid Gohan, and who's the other one I said again? Gotenks that I see in Squadra. No standalone Blue Vegito LR this. No LR Kid Boo that. Well, Blue Vegito does have a standalone LR. I mean, people would maybe say, oh, but it's only free to play LR, but I mean, that does still count. LR standalone Kid Goku? Yeah, I mean, I'm down with Kid Goku and Demon King Piccolo. I do feel like, of kind of all the stuff that I would, like, you know, refer to as, like not, like, because the era of Super Saiyans, right, is where, you know, Dokkan and all these games are really, like, picking from. I do think Kid Goku and Demon King Piccolo, though, could work. If they do it smartly in one of these celebrations, I think it'll work really well. So, like, I'd totally be down with Kid Goku versus Demon King Piccolo. Okay, I don't know who took the decision. Well, okay, but they can't. All right, hold on. It's literally the same thing. They can't just meter burn every popular character within 1 second of the game coming out, right? Okay, so the season 1 pass, right? We have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan Gotenks, and then we had Toppo. I kind of think that's fine. You have, I think Super Saiyan 3 Goku counts as a really hype character. Super Saiyan Gotenks is kind of like, you know, like he at least has fans. You know, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks would be the big version, but like it makes sense. I like what they did. Base Gotenks transform into Super Saiyan Gotenks. They could do Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks down the line. I think that's fine. And then God of Destruction Toppo, who's kind of like a Dragon Ball Super character, so he's a little bit newer. But yeah, he doesn't really have a lot of fans or excitement or anything like that. I mean, we look at what they do with Season 2, and it's like, damn. Like, they went Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Ultimate Gohan, and Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, right? Like, they are, like, that's like 3 really popular characters. I don't hate the pick of Toppo, because it's the same thing in Dokkan. Like, they can't just do Majin Vegeta, Gogeta, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Gotenks, Ultimate Gohan. Like you have to cycle some stuff in. So, like, I get, like, Toppo, no one cared about him, right? I do see Toppo pretty frequently, I would say, maybe because he's still new. But, like, I would defend Toppo being included, but for sure, no one cared about him, right? So, make Toppo season 1 paid character was so fucking bad. Didn't produce, yeah, he has no aura, no hype, no motion. It's all true. I mean, okay, if we want to say let's get the game established first, right? So, maybe. I don't think cycling in one of these characters that is not very popular, it's not the end of the world, right? Like, Tao, you know, the Tao celebration was one of the lowest points of interest ever in Dokkan, but, like, I don't hate the idea of Tao being a Dokkan Fest. Tao getting a Dokkan Fest is fine, right? Like, they gotta cover these characters at some point. So season 3, I would hope season 3 would have something a little bit on the lower end. Maybe like a Captain Ginyu, right? Like, I think Captain Ginyu could be good with the full Ginyu Force. Could be a good, that could be a good one. Or, just some character like that. Maybe like, I don't know. Yeah, just another character of that level. I don't know, Rildo, maybe? Like, something like that. Rildo would be a weird one, but yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's see. Think about this banner. Almost got as much value as a lot of the heroes banners. Many shit or middle of the road units and like 2 good ones. This banner was the same. I mean, I don't really hate this. This is just a fun little thing for the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball. I thought it was fine. The fact that several of these characters can be used effectively in festival battles is fun. It's fun. Way too overrated of a release. Oof. Yeah, I feel like I am probably guilty of this. I think probably so. Like, maybe I thought they would be better than they actually were. The problem, though, that, again, I only try and repeat myself about the goddamn bastard GDC power creep as much as I possibly can. But, like, I feel like people will go a little bit overboard with, like, oh, this character is so bad. And it's one of these pre-GDC characters. I mean, guys, we could do this with all of these characters, man. All of these pre-GDC characters we could do this with. Like, you know, maybe I was too high on them initially. Sure, I could go there. But, like, we could do this about any pre-GDC character outside of, like, EGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like, right? Like, I don't know. Kale was cool, but could never get the full power needed on the red zones. Well, I mean, at the time, in the 10th anniversary red zones, it was easy to get to Kale. Once GDC showed up, though, not really. Khalifa being a dodge merchant on short events. Yeah, but the problem is, like, her dodge is only guaranteed on that first hit, and then she doesn't have that great of a dodge chance after the first attack. But, like, we were still able to make her work effectively in the Goku Black and Zamasu fight. Whereas this unit was better in the Khalifa part. Yeah, they needed her to have more dodge, is what it was. She needed to have more dodge. Love this unit. Yeah, they're great. They're great. Love the Buu Saga unit's, like, super cool to me. Like their design. I don't really have a huge problem with it. I think Golden Frieza and Gogeta and Gohan, Goten, and Trunks are doing similar-ish things. Just in that their team is not as good, but the characters themselves are really crazy. But, I mean, Gohan is really strong. And then, obviously, Goten and Trunks, I mean, they're kind of like the freaking, you know, they're gods of the game. The tag part being restricted doesn't bother me much. Wish Youth was better. We do have buffs coming. Yeah, so, like, Kid Gohan, Bulma, and Pan, they could, Kid Gohan will probably ease in February. I would say the chances of Kid Gohan easing are about, well, I guess I should probably say it's 100%, right? Because it feels like they're going to do what they did starting last year and just do it every year, which is all the anniversary characters are going to anniversary, or EZA, in the, like, that's, the celebration. So I think we probably would see the Carnival Goku and Kid Gohan EZA, and then probably the Dokkan Fest EZA the week after is probably what we'll see. Bulma could EZA at any point, starting after, you know, Kid Gohan and those characters EZA. And Pan could EZA at any time. Pan is already, like, at the point where she literally, like, we could be looking at EZA Pan in 2 weeks, right? Like, easily. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, if they pump out a little bit more youth characters, this unit could be pretty strong moving forward. Not really a hater or a lover of Pettan. I have all the collections. 500 stack of platinums now. Yeah, dude, the Dragon Ball 40th anniversary Pettan made it so easy. It's crazy. Love to be able to use the icons for profile pics for our accounts. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's all the different, like, manga cover pages and stuff for those. And yeah, all the sets complete. Yeah, I never really understood. Like, people talk about Pettan like it's some really terrible thing. And it's like, bro, like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't understand the hate for Pettan. Doesn't make sense to me. The over, like, Pettan hatred doesn't really make a ton of sense. Like, the one aspect I do and can understand is when you would say, oh, like, I missed one character, tried my best, I had bad luck, couldn't get the character, and then, you know, like, now I'm a hater of the mode. But, like, I don't know, like, people really are, like, anti-Pettan. It's very strange, I think. Probably the biggest Goma fan you'll find. I like Goma a bit as a villain. Works fine for a one-off villain. Yeah, he's a very like, Goma is, like, a Toriyama character. Like, it's just, like, that is Toriyama to his core. Goma, right? I remember Goma, you have to look at Goma as, like, the biggest fucking idiot in the world. The third eye is, like, above, like, Potara fusion level, like, in terms of its power. Like, if an actual, like, I don't know, you just take the third eye out of Dragon Ball and you put it on like fucking Itachi and he's God, right? Like, or Madara or something. Like, give it to any of those like genius like Naruto characters, right? Right, all those Naruto characters are like uber geniuses, right? Kakashi, Itachi, like Obito, Madara, Sasuke, all of them, right? They're all like super geniuses. But then Dragon Ball is just a bunch of knucklehead idiots. And Goma, the biggest dumbass in the world. If Goma had a brain at all, they were getting wiped. Goku and all of them, they had no shot against Goma if he wasn't just the biggest moron in the world. Yeah, he's fine for a one-off. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, Goma, I thought Goma was fine. My issue with Daima is more so that there's not other villains. It's like, and so much of it feels pointless. Like even though it's like, what is it, like 26 episodes or something, and like a lot of it still feels like there's padding and 20. I don't know. Daima could have been a lot better. The problem is the middle of Daima I think is very weak, very weak. Right. I think maybe the Tamagamis weren't handled well enough too. Like Goku and Vegeta do kind of just shit on the Tamagamis. So, like, I don't know, like, maybe if the Tamagamis were actually, like, way more powerful, right? To where, you know, Goku doesn't just, you know, shit on him in Super Saiyan. And, like, you know, Vegeta at least went Super Saiyan 3, but I think maybe the Tamagamis should have been, like, a little bit more of kind of, like, real fights is something that could have helped. And then Tamagami 1 does feel very wasted to me. I guess I would say. I don't know. Right? Like, what, like, I mean, well, we'll see the Tamagami 1 fight is coming to Dokkan very soon. And, it's gonna have a Dokkan Fest with it, so we'll see. Can't believe how good, yeah, yes, he's gonna age amazingly as a gimmick unit, like an AGL UI Goku type, or 17 and 18 or something, for sure. He's gonna need specific fights to be countered, yeah. Like, it's like if they go crazy with dodge canceling fights, that will hurt him bad. But yeah, they made him seemingly very crazy. It is shocking how good he is. I call this fight an absolutely toxic fight. Yeah, it is. Oh, in a gacha perspective, you need the newest units to beat this event, like the GDC characters. Yeah, but I mean, again, even like, It's dude, that GDC power creep, man. Yeah. Because if not, you just don't have the damage to progress through it. I mean, well, the Super Saiyan 4 characters are probably the biggest counter towards this fight. Because, like, I don't know, like, well, I mean, if you fail the counter, you're going to be in trouble. But if you could just quickly get Trunks and Goten killed, then the Super Saiyan 4s can at least counter Gohan's super attack. Because what happens is Gohan's damage ramps up so high, and then he dodge cancels, and it's a crit super. It is incredibly difficult to survive this Gohan super attack. Super Saiyan 4 characters, or the Blues, Blue Goku and Vegeta, are definitely your best bet for that. Multiple friends dropped the game after this fight? Because it was not fun to go into the game with your new favorite character just pulled, get there, and get instantly one-shotted. Because of this fight, new character get instantly one-shotted. I don't... Well, the only thing I would say, though, is... But, like, Golden Frieza and Gogeta are pretty effective for the fight. I think Wrath Broly can be pretty effective for the fight as well. Because he can counter Trunks and Goten. I mean, he could fail it, which is not good. I think Baby Gohan and Goten are decent for the fight as well. Not slot 1, but they have the team to get it done. Daima Goku works well for the fight. Goma's good in the fight. Goma's team is not going to be good in that fight, but Goma himself is going to be very good for that fight. So I don't really... Like, a new character that's come out hasn't really gotten, like, completely just sunned by that fight. But, I mean, I could understand the GDC power creep is just too crazy, right? Yeah, it's just not fun as a player myself. It's again, I will maintain forever. I think in 2025, the GDC power creep was too much. It was too much. All right, guys, let's keep going. Took a little break here. Okay. This pool, oh yeah, I was going to do a video on this popularity poll right here. This pool is very curious, mostly thinking on popularity implementation in games like Dokkan. Multiple here don't have Dokkan Fest or even a character in Genshin. Well, remember, Genshin is so early in. I mean, there are such, like, I mean, they don't have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Like, huge monster characters, right? Like, popular, gigantic characters aren't in Genshin yet. Because, I mean, they're gonna, you know, like, I mean, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? There's so many. They should take some ideas from it. Let's see here. So, at the top, not shocking. Saiyan, Piccolo. Saiyan. Right? Like, you know, it is what it is. Cell, very high up there in terms of villains, huh? Android 18, I mean, yeah, she is a baddie. Krillin and Tien are pretty high up, actually. Okay. Yeah, I mean, both Krillin and Tien do need Dokkan Fest, for sure. 17, I mean, I think both, well, I guess, I mean, 18 and 17, you know, 17 has a Dokkan Fest for Dragon Ball Super 17. 18, you know, future Android 17 and 18. I mean, Android 18 Cell Saga Dokkan Fest, I do think is something we should get, right? Fidel's got one. Launch or Lunch, I mean, she doesn't, you know, there's not much to work with there. Mr. Satan is another one that I think would be a nice Dokkan Fest for us to get. Bulma, I'd be down with Bulma getting one. That's the exact Bulma I'd like a Dokkan Fest for, too. Bulma from Namek Saga. 100%. 100%. 100%. Alright, let's keep going here. I think they completely left behind the Prime Battle system, replaced it for the LR Nova Shenron format. I would not mind that whatsoever. I mean, like, a lot of the old style of things in Dokkan can just be thrown away, forgotten, right? Prime battles, reverse, right? Like, a lot of this old shit, like, we just get past that. I personally think the way they handled Nova was perfect. I had no problems whatsoever with it. I think it's just, you know, you just do the event, you just get the LR so that you could use them. I think it's much better that way, for sure. I like it. Okay. He just used one manga panel from his battle versus Goku. Everything else pretty much untouched. Yeah, I would, again, as I've said many times, I would like to see a dual, like, Dokkan Fest LRs, Demon King Piccolo and Kid Goku. I think it's something that could work. I do think so. Oh, yeah. This is, Josuke, right? Josuke is his name? Yeah, she's a baddie. She is a baddie. Yeah. We could see what, old Joseph was getting into, right? Goofy guy. There's too many people that don't even play Dokkan and still talk about Dokkan. Not like private server things. Genuinely don't play the game at all. Big cringe why you talk about the game you don't even play. I do think that a lot of the discussion I see from people, it does feel as though, like, the things they're saying don't translate really to what's going on in game quite often, right? I do see, like, there's a lot of people who do calcs these days, and it doesn't really translate very well to what I see in game. Like, I don't know. I do think that there is a lot of people who just kind of, like, yap about the game all day, but, like, barely even touch it. I do think, especially on Dokkan Twitter, I do think that's a big thing. This unit showed me again how people just don't know shit about how numbers work in Dokkan. Yeah, so, like, I said this when it comes to calcs, right? Like, I think that they're a pretty, like, neutral tool, I think is a good way to say it, right? And it's just, like, how, like, whoever is doing them kind of determines, like, you know, is it, like, good or evil or whatever, is kind of the way I would say it, right? So, yeah, I mean, this is definitely a thing that does happen quite often, I would say, right? When people were proved wrong, started arguing aging. Yeah, I mean, people are saying this a little bit about Omega, too. I've seen some of the aging talk. I mean, every character is going to age, right? You know, it's a real, like, genuine thing to be, you know, maybe a little worried or wondering what's going to happen once we hit 11th anniversary. Like, you know, how bad power creep is going to be, but this guy is really good right now. Yeah, and Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku. If Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku is like a god tier slot 1, and then Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku just sits right there next to him, that could be really, really crazy. I think I've grown a lot for the new Super Saiyan 4 design. I am not really the biggest fan of. I actually don't. So like the really giant fists, I'm not really the fan of. And I do think GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku does mog him, but like Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku does still look cool. Like the Super Saiyan 4 design does look fucking sick. Like it's just that simple, right? Even if I prefer the GT look of it, he still looks cool as shit in Daima. Pansy is fun to use in Dokkan for sure. Units on these two. So I'm sure most people have no idea who the fuck these two are. I mean, this guy is like kind of the villain, not really, of the first OG Dragon Ball movie. And then this is Lucifer. He is the villain of the second OG Dragon Ball movie. But again, they're kind of like, I mean, these are characters that have no presence, notoriety, nothing, right? I mean, they could certainly get like a TUR or something. Like, I don't see why they couldn't update some of the Dragon Ball, like, you know, those like story events into Dragon Ball like the Dragon Ball story event section, and then make these guys at least like free to play TURs. They definitely could do that. Sparking this collab with Legends, that a Sandland collab. Okay, I don't know much about Sandland. I actually do. There is a game that I do want to try because, I mean, you know, I'm Mr. Trophies and stuff, so I would like to try that. The Sandland game. Bit disappointed in Dokkan for what happened at the start of the year. Bad releases, boring meta with long fights. Boring meta with long fights for sure, right? You know, Blue Kaioken Goku, AGL Kid Goku, and Daima Vegeta especially felt like kind of like fumbles. AGL Kid Goku, he's a great character, but I don't think episode 1 OG Dragon Ball was a good pick for Saiyan Day, right? Like I think that Kid Goku could have been like essentially kind of like a low release slot is what I think, right? Like in the spot they released Tao, they could have released episode 1 OG Kid Goku, right? Like Saiyan Day, if they would drop Kid Goku from the Demon King Piccolo fight, I think that would have just been much more successful, right? So like those, you know, are kind of like bad releases, right? But the GDC power creep really just made them feel so shitty now. 11th anniversary new game mode. Here's the thing. We don't know. Okay, so that's the game. I assume it's a reference to the game mode that I played at the Community Fest, which definitely I think will be fun. And some of the rewards seem cool and stuff. It seemed to me to be pretty early on in development. Most of it was not very far along. It wasn't even really like fully translated and stuff like that. I think like, you know, like a lot of the links and stuff weren't translated. It's funny, it didn't really hamper me because like I, you know, knew like I just kind of like have it memorized all the like link names and stuff. But the mode to me didn't seem like it's super close. Maybe it could be 11th anniversary, but I certainly am not putting any guarantees or expectations or anything for like that. I think Daima, Namek, Superhero, all good picks for anniversary. I could see all 3 of these coming for sure. Easily. Then we have this. Canon concept of Dragon Ball is just done. Yeah. They do not care about canon whatsoever. That's like, they just give no fucks about canon. It really does seem like that. They don't care whatsoever. I mean, think about it. Superhero takes place after the Moro and Granola arcs. So it just becomes a jumbled mess. And then Daima, all of Superheroes before the end of DBZ, like they're kind of just doing shit, right? They don't really like care so much. Main argument is for Emma working on the project, some to be canon. Daima, I don't know, because Daima does have, I don't, like, this is not like I have no idea what the fuck people are talking about with this. Like there's nothing that indicated this. I see this a lot. There's nothing that indicated this, right? Like they're gonna bring Dragon Ball Super back, and Goku's just gonna go fucking Super Saiyan 4, and then Vegeta's like, "Oh, you're doing that again, huh?" Like that's what's gonna happen, dude. Like, nothing decanonized Super. If anything, they referenced Super many times in Daima. So I'm not super sure, because I've seen this a lot, and I'm not super sure where people get that from. Just because Goku doesn't use Super Saiyan 4 in Super, well, yeah, so far, he's just gonna bust it out next episode. You watch. Oh, yeah, I decided not to use this against Jiren. Who cares? Like, it's just, bro, that's what they're gonna do, man. We're talking about God Goku here. Owned by Lord Khalifa and Kale. People hate Khalifa and Kale. Form is overrated. I would say I don't really see all of the hype around it, but people do genuinely love it. Like, I 100% believe people do love it that much. I never really understood it, but he's here. People do love him. UI and Ultra Ego are way better concepts than the God forms. I agree. I like that. I like them much better. Both. I think they did a good job with Ultra Ego too, as opposed to what Goku's doing with UI. I think it was a good choices by Toyotaro and Toriyama. Best JoJo opening? Oh, no. Let me just refamiliarize myself with this a little bit. No. The best opening is the second part of part 5. What is it? Requiem of a Gangster or something like that? Is it something like that? Like, that's the one. Hold on. Let me just pause and kind of... All right, guys. Sorry, I've been getting distracted by NFL football, man. We're locked in. We're locked in. Yes. Right here. Trader's Requiem. This is the one. This is the one. That's the one. That's, for me, that's the best opening for show. Not even the worst band unit this year. I assume we're talking about... Wait. Okay. At least 2 turn support, decently tank, 3 slot unit. You could do stuff. Trunks is way worse. No. Trunks, both characters, their designs want them to be run in slot 1. Or at least that's where, let me throw up Magetta's kit quickly. That's where Magetta would be at his maximum effectiveness, right? As if he's in slot 1, because when attacking, this makes the support way stronger, but the character has to actually attack to do the support, right? So it's like, if this type of support is on Goma, it's, oh my god. But if this type of support is on Banner Unit Automagetta, it makes it not really that good. And remember, this is an absolute cunt of a character who he gets stunned if he's targeted. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. They changed the wording. This is not what the wording looked like back in April. We could actually, let me just quickly let's pull this up actually. Magetta, because remember, they did change the wording for some of these characters. Damn, 67K. Y'all love this video, man. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what it looks like after receiving a super attack, and they changed it to launch a super attack. That's such a good change by Dokkan. Yeah, that's a good 500 comments. We'll give a right there. So yeah, I'm so positive, guys. Mr. Positive. 67K, goddamn, for Magetta, dude. Now, Magetta's the worst. I'm sorry. Trunks is rough because he has to be run in slot 1. But if you get perfect RNG, he could be really good in slot 1. It's just, just simply get perfect RNG, right? Most icon. Well, I mean, I don't. It's not a big deal. I mean, he's just trying to defend a Saiyan Saga character is all Vector's doing right there. I don't look at this, and the date too. Like, Raditz, I don't think was even technically out yet, right? That's like just a quick private server showcase look. Let me take a look. What was because he's April 1st, right? Yeah. So that was before Raditz was even out. I do not look at this as crazy. This is not like that. I know it's Raditz's defense, but this is not actually that crazy, right? I think this is more so just him like saying, like, we're finally getting Saiyan Saga, right? So still laugh at this one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all right. Raditz is gonna get his EZA and it'll be all W's across the board, right? Future best animation in Dokkan. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, this is This does feel like anniversary level for sure. That's Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Okay, let's not let too much of it play, right? Extremely underrated. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Full Power Frieza. Now, how do I say this? I don't really like his role in Festival too much. Because the thing about Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza is that they're not great out of slot 1. But I don't think Full Power Frieza has the juice to be tanking the big boy supers towards the end of Festival. I've not really liked running Full Power Frieza in Festival. It's like, I would defend the Namek LR EZAs. I think people are way too harsh on them. But, I mean, like, Namek Goku we could run in Festival. He's not the best ever, but he's very safe, right? I mean, Terrifying Conquerors is bubbling, though. So we'll see. We will see. Because we got Goma now. Baby's good. Like, there's just quite a few good Terrifying Conqueror characters. This is a long one. Probably my hottest take. Support memory should be used when ranking units performance. Remember, people could do whatever they want to. I have never... I mean, what's funny is that, like, when I view the landscape, like, you know, of people sometimes arguing about things I say, and a lot of times people kind of, like, add in a lot of extra layers of context I didn't say to me. Like, I've never said people can't use support items or don't. Yeah, I'm always recommending them to. I, myself, am not going to grade and judge characters based on items which support memories fall into line with. Now, the game itself does not, like, there's all types of no item missions. The game itself does not count support memories for these no item missions, right? So you do want to keep that in mind. But me personally, I am kind of like counting them as items. So I'm just going to do like these unit showcases and stuff and, you know, difficult fight runs without using them. No item stuff is just community, but if we go in game, they're not even considered items. Yeah, exactly. There's no item missions in Dokkan, and you could use support memories and you'll still clear the mission. Dokkan themselves does not really count it as an item. Feel it's just really strange for units without support memories when 2 runs done in the game with or without count as the same regardless of the use. I just don't play without using them. They're strong, have very powerful multipliers. That is true. A lot of people do underrate support memories. Like, I'm not using this as a way to say, like, oh, they shouldn't be, like, you know, like, people can do whatever they want to. I don't mind. You know, I'm going to do things the way I do them, but people could do it however they want to. But yes, so I mean, I always, you guys know, like, I'll do these support memory videos, and I'm saying they are so powerful, people underrate them. They are very strong. Yeah, I think the devs do intend people to use them all the time. I do think so. I do. I agree. I agree. Oh, that's it. Okay. That was fun. I got a little distracted by NFL Sunday here and there, but this was a good one. Who are we getting on the thumbnail? Maybe God Goku? I think a God Goku thumbnail is probably how I'm going to operate with this. That's what I'm thinking, chat. God Goku, like, people love their God Goku. Or we could do the Daima adult boys as well. Let me know what you guys think. We will continue doing some hot takes here or there. I mean, we still have a couple of days until the next Dokkan Fest. So, again, let me know what you guys think. And I'll catch you guys next time.